Okay, I was able to get it to fit in there. Just a matter of getting the right angle. It's going to be very, very close quarters. I think it's a little bit larger dimensions than the old. Anyway, I'm just looking at it. I think once I get it in place, I'm going to have to, I don't know. I see where this has to go. This has to go underneath in this area, which means it has to clear here. So I might need to put this in place. At the same time I put the VAP purge line in place. Put them both in together. And that position sensor cable, I see where it needs to go. It needs to go underneath the bypass tube and down and around. And I probably need to put that into position before I get everything bolted. So this one's going to be just a tad complicated, getting all these cables in the right place before I bolt down the lower portion of the housing. And the clearance between for the bypass tube is really, really small. I haven't even started to play with that yet. And the clearance for the sensors, after I get the sensors on, man, that's going to be really, really tight. So it looks like I'm going to need to put the connectors on the sensors and try to put them in as I'm putting in the thermostat housing, along with all the tubes and the electrical lines. Kind of move them all back and forth together before anything gets bolted down. I don't know about this. This is going to be a pain in the butt. And I really do not want to remove the intake. Well, we'll see. Okay, one more thing to note on the Simmons lower thermostat housing. He provides, or they provide, this extra O-ring that was not on the original. This is the top portion of the lower thermostat housing. Turn it upside down. This O-ring fits into this groove on the bottom, and it protrudes past just a small amount. I don't know, maybe about a 1/16 of an inch. So obviously when you put it in, it's going to ride on that O-ring, and it will be elevated just a little bit off the housing until you bolt it down, and then that O-ring will compress. And you use this O-ring in conjunction with the paper filter or fiber filter that goes here. So what I'm going to use is a little bit of high tack just to keep everything in place until I get it in position, because I've got 3 or 4 things that have to be put in position at the same time, and a lot of maneuvering. So I don't want anything to get jarred out of position and not notice it because it's hidden on the bottom as I bolt it down. So we'll try that and see how that goes.